Good morning my all friends in my YouTube channel RJP Maths. Today I am discussing about the midpoint theorem of quadrilateral. It's a very important topic in the application point of view in a quadrilateral. Okay, don't waste your time. Let's get started. So firstly we have to discuss the statement of midpoint theorem, and next we define in this video what is the application of midpoint theorem. Okay, don't skip this video, please see at the end. You have to get a lot of information about midpoint theorem. Firstly we read about what is the basic concept before we after we study the midpoint theorem. The first concept is what is the mid point of line segments, and the second is if two lines are parallel, which is cut by a transversal, there are corresponding angles are same. We have to use in the statement of midpoint theorem this basic structure statement. Then we define the statement. Okay, the midpoint of line segment, you will obviously I think know, if we have this line segment AB, their midpoint is O is the midpoint. That's mean from above information OA is equals to OB, that's mean OA is equals to AB by 2. This is the bisector theorem. This is the bisector property of line segments. Bisector property of line segment. We see here the statement of midpoint theorem. The line segment joining the midpoint of two side of triangle is parallel to the third side. This is the midpoint theorem. This is the statement of midpoint theorem. Okay, so how can the concept of midpoint theorem we study here? Here is the terms is concept. We have a triangle ABC. We have to suppose a triangle A and B and C. We have to choose the midpoint of AB like D, and we have to choose the midpoint of AC like E. We joining from D to E. We see visible this angle is equals to each other because DE is parallel to BC, where DB is transversal. That's mean the angle of DBC and the angle of ADE is equals to each other. That's mean the angle of B is equals to the angle of D from this information. Okay, the midpoint theorem will say that we have to choose the two side, that's mean AB and AC. The midpoint of AB is D, the midpoint of AC is E. We joining the D to E in such a way which is parallel to BC, and the DE is equals to BC by 2, and the DE, this line segment which bisect the line segment BC. Okay, this is the concept of midpoint theorem. Okay, what is the application? We have to here discuss the some application of midpoint theorem. It has a lot of application. We have to see, we have an quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, we have any kind of a quadrilateral AB and CD are quadrilateral. ABCD are quadrilateral. AB and CD are quadrilateral. Okay, the first we have to take a midpoint of this and this. All the midpoint of AB is P and the BC is Q, and the midpoint of CD is R and the midpoint of AD is S. We joining all the points from SP, PQ and QR and SR. Okay, we joining the diagonals DB, and in this diagonals triangle ADB. In triangle ADB, we apply the midpoint theorem. The D is parallel to BC. In such a case, SP is parallel to DB. That's mean SP is parallel to DB, and implies SP is equals to DB by 2. Okay, so we have to see here the application and concept and statement of midpoint theorem. If you have any doubt in this, please ask into the comment section. Please see this into the next section, and a lot of application we have to prove into the next video for the midpoint theorem. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. Thanks to all of you.